Welcome back, Raider Nation and my champions. And in this special Independence Day edition of our 31 and 31 series, we're going to be taking a look at some of the recent explosive predictions and rumors. So let's get right to it. As I have in past videos, I'm going to be using what I call ciphers to be ranking the predictions and rumors that we're going to be talking about today. And here they are. These are basically animated GIFs, and I'll explain these real briefly to you. This first one is basically I kind of agree with it, and I'm pretty happy about what I'm hearing. This next one is I agree with it, and I'm kind of indifferent. Yeah, that's okay. This one here with Steve Carell is I do agree with it. I'm not so happy with it, but it is what it is. This one here is, I'm not really agreeing with it. You wait and see with this particular player. I think I have a little bit higher expectations for them. This one here with Kenan Thompson of SNL. This is more like, are you sure about that? And then this one here with Denzel slamming the door shut on the guy is basically, get the F out. First thing we're going to go over is season predictions, and I'd be remiss without including my own, which I did on a live stream when the schedule came out. I went over it week to week, and this is what I came up with. I ended up with a 9-8 record for us. Again, I went over these week to week. If you want to hear the details on that, I'll put a link in the description as far as this live stream. I did catch a lot of heat for that. I would say understandably, due to the fact that, of course, I would want more wins as well. I was looking at it a little bit more realistically. I would say 10 or 11 wins wouldn't be out of the question, but I think 9 is what I'm seeing right now. So let's take a look at some other predictions out there from around the internet as well. The first one we're going to take a look at is from CBS Sports. Now, they went week to week, and they ended up giving us an 8-9 record. Now, my response to that is, are you sure? And not necessarily from the overall record, but if you look, the divisional record is only 2-4, and those 2 wins were both against the Denver Broncos. Now, I know we were at least going to split against the Chargers and probably split against the Chiefs as well, so wasn't quite sure on that one. So let's go to the next one. And that is from Pro Football Network. And if you're familiar with my videos, I use this site as one of my mainstays for my mock drafts. And they're really good because they offer you trades as well. If you want to go take a look at that during my in April, right before the NFL draft. But they came down. They didn't do a week to week. They basically just kind of threw a 6-11 record, probably out of their rear end. So, this is what you get for that. Absolute garbage. You should probably just stick to your mock draft, your mock draft database. Let's go over to the next one here, and this is from what they call Fan Nation. This is a division of Sports Illustrated. Now they went week to week as well. Pretty good analysis. They went and gave us an 11-6 record, which hey, I'll take it. I think that would be on the high end for us, but from a relative mainstream source, that's pretty good for us, I would say. And last but not, well, could be least also would be Pro Football Focus. Now, they incorporated this as part of a betting line. So you have your over-under here, and they did this for all the teams. I threw the whole division in here in case you were interested to see what they thought about the other teams. The over-under for us right now, they're saying is 7 wins, but their PFF simulator put us at 9.1 wins, and that's probably where I had it at 9-8, so I don't have an issue with that. And frankly, I'm kind of surprised given it's PFF. We'll talk a little bit about them a little bit later on in this video. The next thing I want to talk about is Damon Arnett. Now, I did cover this in my last live stream right after the mini camp. And there's reports that, he's basically being overlooked. He's going to lose his starting position to Casey Hayward, and he's not even being looked at as far as the slot corner position. And then after that, there's been rumors that, he's basically in the doghouse. We might even trade him, but I'm going to be a little bit more optimistic with this. I originally said he was going to be the starter week 1 alongside Trayvon Mullen. I'm going to still stay with that. I think this obviously could go one or two ways here, but I think he's going to get it together and secure that starting role week 1. Now this next one's involving roster rankings 1 through 32 for the whole league. Now I first caught wind of this from a video from Sanjeet saying that ESPN Plus ranked us as at the bottom of the rankings for rosters. Now fortunately I'm not going to pay for ESPN Plus. I think that's total trash. But I do have a subscription to PFF, and I do believe that I don't necessarily agree with everything they say, but they do put a lot more metrics and analytics behind what they say. And basically this was a collaboration piece from both websites. So I got this, and basically they ranked us 26. They didn't rank us dead last. They did rank us 26. Now keep in mind, this is the complete roster. This is not just defensive rankings. So that said, this is complete trash. I mean, the offense in and of itself was top 10 last year, and it hasn't really changed. In fact, we actually got Kenyon Drake to back up Josh Jacobs, so that would be an upgrade. Now, the offensive line has been shaken up, if you want to argue that, but the weapons are in place. I think we're going to be good there. Defensively, we have Gus Bradley. We got Yannick Ngakoue, who has had a minimum of 8 sacks every year he's been in the league. And here are some of the rankings, the PFF rankings for this year. And speaking of Yannick, this is just, I think this is trash. 69.3 for a guy who's a huge sack artist. I don't agree with it. Take the rankings as you will. Some of them I think are a little high, some of them are a little low. But again, I think this 26, especially for all the ranks, I wouldn't even put our defense at 26. I'd probably put them around 20. I wouldn't be as offended, but when you include the offense, which was top 10, this is complete garbage. And of course, I'm going to have to touch upon this recent rumor that's going around the internet right now as far as Davante Adams coming to the Raiders. Really, you sure about that? For a few reasons, I'm not really buying it. Now, of course, Derek Carr is going to cheerlead for him. He played with him in Fresno State. Davante Adams is a stud wide receiver. That makes total sense. But him actually coming to the Raiders, I don't see it, to be honest with you, and here's why. Obviously, he's still under contract for one more year with Green Bay. He even says so here, well, I'm still a Packer. I can't get too far ahead into that. Players can talk about it. We talked about a collusion type issue with John Gruden and Richard Sherman before, but I think players can kind of say what they want, but he wants to keep his cards close to his vest as far as renegotiating with Green Bay or anybody else. Of course, like I said, Carr would want to cheerlead and get this guy on. My big issue with him and coming to the team is that he's making over $16 million this year, and he's probably going to want as much, if not more, and that would put him second highest paid to Derek himself. And I really don't think it's feasible. Plus, we've invested all this draft talent into the receiving core. I think that needs to play out. Unless they completely bomb, I don't see Davante Adams coming to the Raiders next year. If you did enjoy this video, why not give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. If you have any comments, put them in the section below. I read every single comment and I respond to just about every single comment as well. If you want to catch up to our 31 and 31 series this month, I'll put the links right on the screen that you can click right now. Thanks for watching and supporting this channel, and as always, go Raiders.